Hey everybody, welcome back to Jason Explains Things. So if you watch my channel, you may have noticed for the past several months I have not put out as many videos. And unfortunately, there's a good reason for that. Okay, so as you see, selling my house. And when my wife and I bought this house a little over 2 years ago, we really did not plan on moving anytime soon. I mean, that was kind of the whole idea. We were not really going to move or anything like that for at least until both our daughters were grown and off to college or what have you. But we're moving. And the reason for that is last spring, late spring, as a nice big surprise to me, I'm dealing with people watching me from the street. Last spring, right around the time of the mini bike adventure I did, link to that fun video below or above. Click on that. It's fun. It's a good video. Right around that time, I got back actually from that trip and found out that the shady Eastern European corporation that owned the company, the studio, the video game studio I was working at as in video production, was shutting us down. They brought all 150 of us into a big meeting room and said, "You are fired, go away." It's not racist because they're white, so it's fine. I'm also white. I can do that. Okay, I can't do this. There are people watching me from the street. So let's move this into the garage. Don't mind the mess. So not sure where exactly I left off the story from out on the back porch, but on that day, sitting in that conference room, I actually thought to myself like, oh, it would be really funny. I kind of felt really confident at that moment. I felt like, you know what, F this place, F this job. Screw you, and I'm gonna make a Jason Explains How to Get Another Job. And I actually started shooting some video in the office like hours after getting laid off. And here's some of that footage here. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. So, interesting day I've had. No joke, today the office that I work for is being shut down. So on that exciting note, this is how you look for a new job. Job search, so take as many as you can find before you leave the building, okay? All right, everybody, so after you leave the office, probably for the last time, you're gonna be a little freaked out. Don't be scared. The next step is just don't be scared and just pump some tunes. Well, the job search did not end up being as easy or as short as I thought it would be. I ended up having to look outside of the Seattle area where I live, and I looked at other states and other towns, but I ended up finding a job in central Washington, where I'm actually from, and that is where I am relocating my family. And that is kind of great, but at the same time, meant I have to sell this house. And that is a bummer for me. I mean, let's just say, you know, I put a lot of heart and soul into this place. I did not expect to have to move anytime soon. And I'll be honest, if I knew that I was going to only live here for 2 years, I would not have done nearly the amount of work and the amount of projects. One of the big ones is this garage. The entire foundation was rotted, completely gone. This thing was just like bare, like a windstorm was gonna knock this thing over. beyond just working on the garage, I mean, there's so many other things that we've accomplished on this house in the past couple years. The entire exterior of the house was repainted. I don't think I'll ever live in another house that looks so pretty from the outside, you know, whether that be the paint job or the yard. Very proud of the yard. Yeah, I built the vegetable garden for my wife a couple summers ago. And that was a lot of fun. A lot of good cherry tomatoes and carrots and broccoli and things out of that garden. Very, very cool. I mean, painted the entire interior of the house. Both bathrooms were remodeled. If you watched my bathroom remodel series videos, you saw me redo the downstairs bathroom. I didn't do any videos about remodeling the upstairs bathroom because honestly, by that point, I already kind of knew that I was likely going to have to move, and I just wanted to get it done. So beyond all of the projects, all of the, you know, the pride of ownership, the stuff I've been able to accomplish and fix and improve in this house, you know, the thing that really makes it valuable to me are all the fantastic memories that I've had in the past couple years. So as you can see, it's not really the house that makes this house special to me, it's the people that lived in it. And I really discovered that, especially over the past couple months where I was working in the town we're going to be moving to. And for a while there, the family was still living here, and I'd come back and I felt super depressed every time I had to leave. But then once my family kind of moved over to the town we're living in now, and we're staying in a little rental house and we're living out of suitcases and everything, and then I still had to come back to the house pretty much every weekend or every other weekend to kind of keep it clean and do some little projects on it to get it ready for sale. I realized that my entire mood changed. I wasn't so sad to leave this house anymore because I realized what made it special were the people. You know, now that I'm very close to be moving into my new home and handing the keys away to this one, I'm sad, but not really sad anymore. I'm excited. I'm excited to build something new. I'm talking a lot. But what I want to just say is, you know, what really matters in life isn't your job, isn't money. This past, 6-7 months has been really, really hard. And I'm not out of it yet either, but I'm almost out of it. And I'm very thankful that I'm at where I'm at, and So one of the last things I want to say today in this video is essentially a little message about when the shit of life hits the fan. There's two things you don't want to do. You don't want to just recoil from life because you feel like it's unfair, because it's hard, because you try and it doesn't work out. You feel like one might say, and I've done this, where you feel like, well, why try? Everything I try fails. So it's the world is unfair, the world is screwing me over, it's everyone else's fault, so I'm just gonna stop trying. I'm just gonna, maybe drink too much, maybe go to bed really, really early. The other thing you don't wanna do is think that because things aren't working out for you, that it's your fault, everything is your fault, everything, is because you suck, and therefore you're a failure. It's not just because something has not worked out, doesn't necessarily, means that you're a failure. You take it upon yourself. You take upon all the guilt, like, well, this happened, and now it's gonna affect my kids, and it's gonna affect my wife, and it's gonna affect this and this, and all the money and all this, and you take it on yourself. It's your failure, your problem. Well, it is your problem, but it's not necessarily the fact that you failed. So what is the answer? And I think, I can't speak for everybody, and I'm not going to preach at you. But I will say that, one lesson I think that I keep on having to learn over and over and over again in my life is that everything happens for a reason. And that when you're in the middle of a crap storm, you don't know why you're in that crap storm. There's many things in my life personally that I couldn't have guessed. And, you wonder why something happens or why something doesn't happen. And then, years will pass and maybe even forget about this problem. And then all of a sudden you'll realize why, oh man, if I would have got that job, or if I would have gone on that trip, I would have never met this person, or I would have never been able to do this, which would have not led to this, which would have not led to this, which, then I would not be who I am. I would not have the kids I have. I would not be married to the great wife I have. Nothing about me would be me, And it's the storms in life that kind of, first off, I think kind of recalibrate you to know what really matters, digging down, doing what I could to improve the situation, putting in a lot of extra effort that I didn't really want to put in, and then also just being thankful for what I have and what I have that actually matters. This house, as great as it is, and as much as I'll miss it, is not what matters. What matters is the people, again, like I said earlier, the people that live in the house. And the great thing about that is that those people, they're going wherever you're going, right? Thank you. If anybody actually watched to the end of this video, I thank you very much for listening. And I hope it was, helpful or inspiring to you. And I'm a little nervous about making a video like this. This is not my thing, but I've been wanting to make this video for at least a few weeks because, I could have, especially I would say back in early October of 2018, I really could have used a video like this from somebody else because it's just like, I couldn't figure out why things weren't working out. And just gotta hang in there, man. Just hang in there, keep at it. If you have kids, hug those kids. Tell stupid jokes that make them laugh. Hang out with your spouse. Tell your spouse that you love him or her. And, call your mom. I don't know, other things like that. Just be good. Be a good person. Be a good person. Work hard. Things work out. That's it for Jason Explains Things today. And next time you see me, we'll probably be in a whole nother place. There are some really cool things happening, and I might be getting a little bit more space than this next time. So thanks for watching. See you later. welcome back to Jason Explains Things. Special announcement, I am indeed still alive.